Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back. Hello, Vosros. No, there is no cylinder icon. Thank goodness. We'd like to keep the stream up and running and not have me falling on the floor in tears because Grem DeVell has done something rather silly, or more importantly, said something rather silly, which is very typical for Grem DeVell. Actually, it's not. He doesn't really ever say anything silly. I just think it's silly. That's the thing. Right. As usual, what the heck were we doing the last time? I know we captured Nadine here, along with Dave Navarro. Well, Dave Navarro is going to be a tough nut to crack. He's still at 7.2. It's going to be a little while. Sorry, Nadine is at 7.2. Dave Navarro is at 16.7. Yeah, it's going to be a while before Dave Navarro... Steve! Welcome! Happy New Year to you, sir! Oh, welcome. I'm so happy when Steve comes by. Sorry, not Steve. Steve! The Steve. The definitive Steve, if you will. Oh, welcome. Yes, my New Year is complete too, Vosros. We haven't seen Steve for ages. I'm very happy to have Steve back. Welcome to both of you. Spike Little Girl, welcome. Spike Little Girl, in case you're not familiar, when Steve comes in, it's not Steve, it's Steve! Just like Vosros typed. So, Steve is a very, very super amazing longtime viewer, supporter, friend of the channel. Steve has been around basically since day one, and it's so rare that he makes it into chat, and I am so happy he is here. So, yes, exactly, Spike Little Girl, you got it right there. Steve! There we go. You have been a busy bee. Well, good. I hope things are going well for you and for Jamie. I saw one of your videos pop up the other day on my subscriber feed. I've got to get around to watching that. But you are so welcome. Everybody is welcome. I mean, that's kind of the thing. But I haven't seen you in ages, and it is very, very good to have you back. What else were we doing around here? We're really just waiting on that one advanced component. That's what we need. We need a single advanced component so I can build the bloomin' machining table at some point. Where does that live again? Actually, have I even bothered to... I don't think I bothered to read... There it is, machining table. No, not that one. The production table, or whatever it is that makes us the better stuff. I'm not even sure I've bothered to research it yet because we can't do it at this point. So, a fabrication. That's it. Fabrication bench. That's what I'm thinking of. Jamie! Oh, hey, Jamie! Welcome! I was going to try and pronounce your name, but now I know it's just Jamie. Welcome! Are you... Here's my question, Jamie. Because time has passed. We're both a little older. You and I, Jamie. We're both a little older. Are you still Fortnite dancing for your father to annoy him? Please say yes. The answer to that question should be yes. And even if it's no, please say yes. Facepalm. Yes, the whole family is here, Steve. Steve! I'm so glad both of you are here. So that's my question to you, Jamie, because we're both a little older now. You and I have grown up with the wee hours, as it were, and are you still Fortnite dancing to annoy your father? Solve Dave YouTuber's life woes. If the Steam Who's What's It can be believed, all I had to do was buy a ticket to an event that costs more than $20. Ah, is that what determines a VIP event? I think I did that. Oh, good, you are. Excellent. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. You have my full support to do that as often as is humanly possible, as often as your body will allow without falling over, to annoy Steve. You have my full support in that, sir. You're my full support. Okay, so I think I did that, Vosros, in the last one. I haven't recorded anything new since then, but I think I bought a ticket to an event that we haven't gone to yet. Martin, welcome! Missing a component or an advanced component is a constant of RimWorld. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. This colony has ground to a halt for the want of one advanced component, and no trader has had one. Not the walk-by traders, not the traders up in space. Nobody has had an advanced component, and I can't do anything with the fabrication bench until, well, that's done. Basically, until we get that. I should probably get on researching it, though. What are we researching right now? Oh, we are doing fabrication. Oh, never mind. It's all moving along nicely then. Okay, so when we do get that advanced component, I will be able to build the fabrication bench. That's good, but I really can't do squat with advanced component. Is this not... Oh, hang on. We may have got one after all. Haul that, please. That may be exactly what I need. We may have bought that from somebody, and now we have it. We just haven't put it into storage. I do this week by week, so my memory of what we did last week is, as usual, completely not to be trusted. Jules, welcome. Welcome, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think maybe those colorful circle events that you have to attend, because they weren't a thing for the gaming channel. Ah, okay, yeah. I'm always surprised in YouTubers' life. Oh, gee! Apparently, how different the little games are. I mean, they could have just cut and pasted all of these channels, but they did put a degree of effort into making them a little bit different to add to the replay value of it, which is very nice. I like that. The fashion channel is quite a bit different than the gaming channel. I mean, it's not radically different. You're still just basically pumping out videos, but it is different enough that it makes it interesting. So I'm doing very well, Jules. I hope the same can be said for you. And just in case you didn't notice, not only do we have Jamie here, but Steve is here. A welcome return to the definitive Steve. Is it nap time for everyone? Yes, it is. And yes, that was an advanced component that we just hadn't hauled into storage. Great. That might solve my fabrication problem right there. Of course, now I kind of need somewhere to put the fabrication bench. I was going to expand this area for storage, but maybe I expand the comm room and put the fabrication bench in there. Peace Talks Quest, yeah, we're probably not going to go ahead and do that. I can deal with the low medicine issue, though, because we just hauled in. Yeah, we just got a bunch of heal root that just harvested. I've noticed you can now buy Arthur Dent's bathrobe. Oh, good. I'll look forward to that. I'm going to build an entire outfit around the bathrobe, and we will absolutely call it the Arthur Dent. Yeah, RimWorld stuff too. Yeah, ostensibly we're here to play RimWorld rather than just WASD around the screen and wait for me to talk about something. But that's invariably how it ends up. I start with grand ideas of playing RimWorld, and then by the end of it, somebody has got me off on some kind of tangent, and I'm just WASDing around the screen in another little WASD adventure. Right. I think that's a better move. Speaking of RimWorld. When this gets expanded, I'm going to go ahead and move the light right now. So reinstall that, I don't know, over there. And then when this gets expanded, I can throw the fabrication bench in there, and instead of bulking up the storage. I still will need, I say I need more storage. I actually have a ton of storage. Duck failed to do something. That's fine. That's fine. You'll get it right the next time, Duck. You're not very good at things, Duck, if we're all honest about it. What is your construction? Just while I happen to be chit-chatting with you. It's 5. It's not nothing. It's not completely nothing. You're better at punching things. But, you know, you're not completely 100% terrible at building things, so just go try again. The Muffalo is sleeping in the hayfield. We have so much food. We have a ridiculous amount of food. We don't need food at any point. Hand up who's got police matter outfit on. What you put together is missing pants. Yeah, I think that's a good outfit. I'm going to favor more outfits that are basically your underwear and then a hat, really. I mean, I can't do it in real life. Well, I can, but Mrs. Dave really frowns on that when I go out in public like that. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. All of a sudden, I'm being stopped by the police, and I'm the bad guy for walking out without pants on. I don't see the problem, but other people do, allegedly. So, yeah, Mrs. Dave frowns on me walking out of the house without pants, especially because she generally buys the pants that I wear, so she does like to see them on me. She buys most of my clothes, which is for the best, let me assure you. It's for the best. That way I actually don't look like a complete moron when I put my clothes on. They somewhat go together and somewhat look okay and somewhat fit. It's all for the good, really. Could somebody possibly finish building this so I can expand my area in preparation for putting the fabrication bench down? What else are we doing? We're all doing lots and lots of things with food. Lots and lots of things with food. Oh, and we got new dogs last time, didn't we? Did I set those guys up to be trained? Yeah, the labs have all been trained to haul. Okay, good. Excellent. I could get the Muffalos trained for war, but I think the war Packas are fine. I think the war Packas are totally fine. They get the job done. Charlotte and Harriet and Farbrooks, they totally get the job done. They, again, probably shouldn't be going into the explodey room. And they're going to hang out in Duck's room again. I really need to get around to adjusting those zones. That would probably be smart. Where is the animal zone? Animals, yeah. Why don't you guys not go in here and actually, what's going on now? Psychic drone low. That's fine. We can cope with that. Not go in any of here. Is that better? Are you... Yeah, okay, that is much better. And you know what? You don't really need to be down here. There's no reason for you to come down there. You can go to all these other areas, though. These other areas are just fine. Go all the way up here. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Now you're not going to be in the explodey room. This is a comment. You're not wrong about that, Dumand. Or Dumandi. Or Dumande. There's no accent on it. So you are not wrong. This is indeed a comment. I noticed that. My first clue, Dumand, or Dumandi, or Dumande, my first clue, I'll tell you which my first clue was when it came up in the comment section. I said to myself, hey, that's probably a comment. And then you confirmed that by stating that it is indeed a comment, which is probably good because this is my chat, and sometimes we drift off into insane tangents, and we forget what real life is. But yeah, that is indeed a comment. And welcome. You are very welcome. How do we do on Nadine? Mech, I noticed you just chit-chatted her. 5.5. Okay, Nadine is joining sooner rather than later. We do have extra bedrooms ready for both Nadine and Dave Navarro. Hopefully, when he does become our colonist, he'll skip the Ink Master thing and go straight back to reforming Jane's Addiction. That would be my ideal. And this is a weird statement. Lars, welcome. Welcome, Lars. I have been enjoying the heck out of Founder's Fortune. I really have. And I know you were asking me last week, what do I like better, RimWorld or Founder's Fortune? I think they're both, because I kind of spent the week not completely thinking about that. That would be weird. But, I kind of, in the back of my mind, had that thought after you'd left that question. I think they're very different games. I really do. At their core, they're both colony builders. I get that. But RimWorld has a slightly more serious edge to it, and Founder's Fortune is a little more laid back, and I think that's what I appreciate about it. It's a little more casual. It's a little more fun and childlike. Not that RimWorld isn't fun. I play RimWorld constantly, but Founder's Fortune is, again, it's a little more, chill. It's chill. You just kind of go in and go, oh yeah, we built some things and we fended off a raid, and you do all those same things in RimWorld. It's just RimWorld has a more serious edge to it. It's a little more hardcore. I think they're both great games. I think they're both very different games. I'd like to see where Founder's Fortune goes in the future, because it's got so much more potential. I watched Penge play it when it was first available, like really, really super early access, and it was definitely a little rough around the edges then, in that there just wasn't a lot of content. There wasn't a heck of a lot of stuff to do, and I see how much stuff has been added since then to the version that I'm playing, and then how much even more potential there could be. I think it's a very cool game, and I think this is something that a lot of people will get into. Founder's Fortune is way ahead on the booty stuff. Yeah, it is all about showing your butt in Founder's Fortune. It's really about which colonists can show their butt off the most. So far, I believe it's Jacob. Jacob does do a lot of butt showing in Founder's Fortune, but every colonist is trying their darndest, except for Robert with the fabulous mustache. He hasn't done a lot of butt showing yet, but he's been very busy, because the one I recorded today, spring just hit, and he's the gardener, and there's a lot for him to be doing. He's very, very busy, man. RimWorld's been developed far longer than Founder's Fortune. Exactly. Founder's Fortune, I see I'm just one guy playing Founder's Fortune, but I see a very bright future for Founder's Fortune. Everyone seems to be working frantically on it. The people involved with it seem to have a very real passion for the game. Really want to make it awesome, and they are. It's just, they just keep chipping away at stuff and putting more and more stuff in. I think the most fun I'm having in Founder's Fortune is the building. I love constructing, the sort of house base thing that we've got going on there. And I added quite a bit of stuff in what I recorded today. I think that's my favorite part so far, because it reminds me a lot of The Sims. It's got similar style of building to The Sims, and that was always my favorite part of The Sims, was building the houses. Not so much the controlling people's lives as it was building really cool houses, and you get to do a lot of that in Founder's Fortune. Unlocking a bunch of new stuff with research, and we're getting more and more decoratives put up, and we all know how much I like the decoratives. What's with Robert and the hypodermic needles? Yeah, that's creepy. Whoever it was, I think it was Penelope, had a broken leg, and to remedy that, Robert stabbed her in her butt with a hypodermic needle. That's creepy. That just, that's got Rufinol written all over it there, but he does have that fabulous mustache. It's kind of a dead giveaway. If you see that mustache coming at you in a bar, walk quickly the other way and ask the bartender for an angel shot, which is P.S. United States bartender code for I'm in trouble and I need help. Good tip there, by the way. If you're ever in a U.S. bar and you're feeling uncomfortable, you go to the bartender and ask for an angel shot, and most bartenders will recognize that as a code word for I'm uncomfortable with something, can you please help me? Little tip there for you if you happen to be out late at night in the United States. So, food, no problem. Nadine, almost on board. Dave Navarro, tough nut to crack. And really, I think we're just waiting for this research to get done. Fleeb, our amazing researcher, is cranking through that. Did anyone build my thing yet? Okay, somebody needs to build the thing. Penge, could you go up and just... we don't have slate blocks. Oh, okay, that's the problem. That's fine, that's easy. Cancel that. What do we have blocks of? We've got granite. Fine, build it out of granite. I don't care what you build it out of. Just build it. Granite wall right there, please. That should be no problem. Now you guys can get on that. RimWorld iconic isometric graphics. Yes. Graphics is more 3D in Founders. It's very 3D in Founders Fortune. It's extremely 3D in Founders Fortune. And that's why I think I like the house building, is because, you feel like you're building a house. You can go up levels and really pan around it and see all of it, and go up some more levels to see the roof level. I'm really enjoying that feature the most, I think. Oh, pork is rotted away. Really? Is it not cold enough in here? Why is it not cold enough in here? Are we in a heat wave? It is warm. That is a lot of space to cool. You are... Yeah, you guys are definitely at target temperatures. Okay, that's unfortunate. I didn't realize I wasn't kind of keeping an eye on the temperature. I guess we should build another cooler. It is a big freezer. We're not wrong about that. It is kind of a big freezer. Let's get another cooler going. I think we'll be fine for power. So let me make sure I actually put this in the right way. Like, that. Get that going for me, guys, please. And we'll not lose any more food. That would be ideal. Did you guys build my thing yet? Could somebody please build my thing? Scion, are you building that? Yes, you are. Okay, super. Thank you, Scion. When that's done, we'll deconstruct some walls. We'll fidget things around. It'll all be good. Classic straw roof floor skills. Yeah, I'm not sure how that plays. I built a floor out of straw and it somehow didn't fall. Which is super. I'm very pleased about that. I can only imagine, coming from a contractor background, that there's a subfloor, as there would be in any flooring. There's a subfloor before the floor that you see. So I assume there's a subfloor, and then we just put straw on top of it, which would be a very cheap way of doing a floor. Okay, they finally finished that. So let's deconstruct all of this, please. And actually, if somebody could kind of prioritize that, I'd really like to get this room done. Squirrel meat is rotted away. Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it. All those squirrels that I killed, I eradicated the squirrel population on this map, and we just lost all the meat from it. Do you know how long it takes to get 75 squirrel meat? Do you know how many squirrels you've got to kill? There goes the pork. To get 75 squirrel meat. That's like 75 squirrels. You're only getting a little tiny bit of meat out of a squirrel. I've seen squirrels. We've got a lot of them in our neighborhood. And you ain't getting a ton of meat from them, especially in winter. They get really scrawny. So, wow, that's a lot of squirrel meat that we lost. That's a lot of wasted dead squirrel. There goes the cougar meat. I remember killing him. We're working on it as fast as we can, guys. We're working on it as very, very fast as we can. Not really. I don't actually have anyone prioritized to do that. Duck, could you... Scion's on it. Okay, that's fine. Scion is on it. That's totally okay. Situation is now squirrely, and there goes the cougar meat. Yeah, I was just saying that we've got tons and tons of food. We just lost most of our meat. Speaking of meat, where are my hunting corridors, as I shall now call them? One up there, one here, one here. We're still working on the Great Wall. And that is slow. That is slow going. Another one over here. Yes, trap corridors for raids. I'm not wrong about that. There goes more squirrel meat. That's 58 more squirrels we killed. Yes, for raids, this is great. There goes some more pork. But also great hunting corridors. Because animals wander in, we kill them, we get the meat. We don't even have to go out hunting anymore. Yeah, we're losing all of our meat. All of our meat is basically gone at this point. Sneeze coming. that happened. So Scion's frantically working on the cooler, but it's kind of a wasted effort at this point. All this meat is going to be lost. Oh well, that's fine. We got plenty of other food we can eat, and it's still summer. We've got plenty of time to deal with that situation. What is the wildlife around here? Oh, we got a lot of muffalos. No squirrels, right? Oh, there's a few squirrels. Okay, do I want to continue my extermination program with the squirrels? Probably not, unless they attack again, in which case it's open season. We will, however, kill all the turkeys because turkeys are pure evil and should be eradicated immediately. How's the new cooler? Still working on that. Scion, are you, oh, you're asleep. Okay, I'd prefer you weren't. Oh, yeah, go Alex. Go Gadget Alex. Go finish the cooler. Spike Low Girl, thank you. I appreciate that. That kind of came out of nowhere. Usually I can see them coming and sort of not sneeze while I'm on stream, but that just came out of nowhere. It didn't actually come out of nowhere. It came out of my nose. That's where sneezes are. I suppose sort of out of my lungs, too. Turkey meat's gone. Rhinoceros meat is gone. I don't even remember killing the rhinoceroses. Society, the thing with the horn. I don't remember killing that, but apparently we did. Yeah, all our meat is just completely gone. How long have we got on the veggies? Oh, we got ages on these. Not so much on the berries. Okay, yeah, get that cooler rocking and rolling, please. We need to get it colder in here. What else should we be doing while we're basically waiting for research to be done, which Fleeb is diligently working on and probably will finish sooner rather than later. I'm going to amp up the speed a little bit just because I want to get Fleeb back on research duty ASAP, and by that I mean in the morning. Actually, what I mean by ASAP is as soon as possible. That's what that stands for, but I would like him to wake up and start researching things. That would be my ideal. Fleeb, where do you live, by the way, Fleeb? I've forgotten where your bedroom is. That's Duck, that's Redfoot. There you are. And Flower the dog has climbed into, well, not climbed into bed, but climbed into your room. Cool. I'm glad you all are happy. No luck yet on the old cooler, huh? No luck with that? No. Scion, are you up? You were working on it the last time. You're not up, but you're going to be really, really soon. Prioritize building that, please. It's right down the street from your bedroom. Yeah. The things that are kind of like armored cows with horns. That's what I mean. Those things. Scion, oh good, you're actually got everything you need, and we are, anytime you're ready, Scion, done. And we're going to get power to that? Yep, okay, start jacking down the temperature on this thing. There we go, -20. That should hopefully solve the problem. Where are we at here? It's 60 degrees in here? Are you serious? Are you 60 degrees? Well, we did actually, that makes sense. We had a hole in the wall for ages. Okay, that makes sense. I see why it was 60 degrees. We had a hole in the wall. And that is coming down pretty quickly. Yeah, pretty quickly. I think the third cooler will get the job done. Okay, what else do we need to do? Ah, a meteorite. Sure. Is that steel? Well, we haven't had that around for ages. Yeah, go mine the bejesus out of that, please. And then the only other thing I really want to get done is the wall. Is it because we don't have materials? That might be part of the problem. Actually, you've got it all finished on this side, mostly. I mean, I need to still keep it going. What do I have? This is, okay. So this is slate, which we don't have any of. What do we have a lot of? We have sandstone and granite. Okay, we'll make some minor changes. Cancel all of that, and instead put up a granite wall. If you don't got the slate, use the granite. And can I just change that out? No. Okay, we're going to have to cancel that, and then do a granite wall there and there. Thank you. And what's this? Is this also slate? Yep, let's cancel that, and then do yet another granite wall there. Now you've actually got something to do around here. Always need more steel. There's no such thing as enough steel, or wood for that matter, although you do kind of use less and less wood as time goes by. Speaking of using less and less wood, Stabby, could you actually refuel that generator? Thank you so much. I appreciate your efforts around here. How's the freezer doing? Okay. All right. We're getting there. 14, 13, 14, 13. Okay, is it at least frozen at this point? But we kind of need to replenish our meat stocks. All the turkeys are targeted for execution. Why don't we grab a couple of alpacas while you're out there, because they won't fight back. And then, where is Fleeb up and researching? Fleeb's up, right? Where are you? Oh, you're having breakfast. Okay, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, man. Did you want to kind of hustle up here? And you're taking another meal. That's a little greedy, Fleeb. That's a little greedy. You just had breakfast, and you're kind of stashing something in your pocket here, but you are going to go do research. When wonky interwebs strike... Oh, dear, are you having issues over on your side? Or am I having issues? No, I see a nice bright green live up there, so I'll assume it wasn't me. NG's working on more blocks. Good. Is anyone working on Nadine? Has anyone worked on Nadine recently? Yeah, 2.0. It's Nadine 2.0. Better than 1.0 Nadine. How are we doing on Dave Navarro? Oh, God, he's going to be here forever. Get used to that bed, Dave Navarro, because you're still at 15.9. Okay, well, at some point in time, Dave Navarro will be a member of our colony, and we will force him to play Ted Just Admit It, because that's one of their best songs. Right, Fleeb, hustle up. We have, I believe, everything we need to do the fabrication bench, because I think you only need 2 components for that. I might be mistaken. Do we actually get to rename Dave Navarro? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can rename colonists. You can rename animals. You can rename your initial colonists, obviously. That's why we have Penge, Mech, and Stabby. But I don't, to my knowledge, think there's any way to rename anyone else. Bio... Oh, wait. Yes, there is. Oh, I can totally do it. I've never found that tab before. I've put a very long time into RimWorld. I've never seen that tab, ever. Okay. Cool. Well, we can rename all the colonists. So, long story short, yes. I bet I can't do it right now, right? I know. He's going to need to be a colonist before I can rename him. Well, at least give him his first name of Dave. That's all he needs. His name is Navarro. It's clearly Dave Navarro. Look at the hair. That could not possibly be more Dave Navarro. That's more Dave Navarro than Dave Navarro is. That is Dave Navarro. The Dave Navarro on Ink Master is a pale imitation of the guy who used to be in Jane's Addiction. So, yeah, okay, I've learned something new about RimWorld, which you often do playing RimWorld. He's like, oh, hey, I've never seen that tab before. I wonder what that does. So, yeah, I never knew you could actually rename the colonists that you get later. I knew you could obviously name your initial 3 colonists. Huh. Well, there we go. Can we have Slick Rick? Sure. Who's... Yeah, oh, I don't know if I want to rename Frog and Duck, because Frog and Duck is just awesome. Redfoot, you're rather boring. You're very dull. You're extremely dull. So how did I do that? Rename colonists. There we go. Yeah. So you can now be... I should probably do this all in one word so you can actually see it. Yeah, now you are Shyler Slick Rick Jarrett. Totally appropriate name. There you go. Okay, yep, your wish is my command, Vossross. We now have Slick Rick as a colonist. Bristly, welcome. Welcome. Bristly, I was just finishing up, before I started the stream, I was just finishing up the lengthy but incredibly fun and worthwhile chat with Penge. That was one of the more pleasant hour and 20 minute some odds that I have spent in a long time. That was delightful. I know it's completely unrealistic, but you should do more of those. That was really fun to just listen to you two chit chat. That was very, very fun, and I enjoyed that tremendously. And not least of which because I got a mention of myself halfway through. But I like any mention of myself. Okay, hang on, chickens. Right, hang on, chickens. Okay, team. Everybody's drafted. I think we just lost a chicken. Yeah, I think chicken versus warg. Chicken's going to win every single time. No, sorry, the warg will win. The thing that I said first, that was the wrong thing. The thing that I said second, where the warg wins, and he's already eaten the chicken. She's already eaten the chicken. It's a female warg. Everybody attack the warg. Thank you. Slick Rick coming in with the machine pistol. And, yeah. Stabby's in there with the stab. Okay, that worked out just fine. Thanks, guys. Now we've got a warg. We're down a chicken, but we've gained a warg. Excellent. Warg revenge, not anymore. Oh, and there's an egg here we can have as a reminder of the chicken. Actually, there's eggs everywhere. Guys, it's okay if you want to grab the eggs. That's fine. Who wants to become a colonist? Birdbrains is going to lurk. That's fine. Birdbrains already is a colonist. Mech is right here, along with Penge and Stabby, the OG colonist. But now we've got Slick Rick, and Dave Navarro will be named Dave Navarro if I have anything to say about it when he becomes a colonist, which he will. We will Mike Tyson him into loving us. Fleeb, how's the reason? Oh, you're almost done with that. Fantastic. Did we deconstruct my things? No, we haven't really, have we? Could you actually start doing all of this, please? Yeah, prioritize deconstructing that. I'd like to get this room done, before Fleeb is done. Are you a colonist yet? No, but you can be. I think the only two that I'm not going to rename are Frog and Duck. Because they came in together. We took them prisoner together. They're just like the comedy duo of Frog and Duck. In fact, if there was a comedy team called Frog and Duck, I'd probably go check that out. But you could be Alex. I think that's fine. So yeah, rename to Bobcat. There we go. And that. There you go, Bobcat. You are in. You were Alex. Now you're Bobcat. And if you find a flamethrower, there are no flamethrowers. There are incendiary launchers, Birdbrains. There are incendiary launchers, which would be right up your alley. You're not wrong. I think we sold it because I just didn't see. It just seems like a recipe for disaster to arm a colonist with an incendiary launcher and then put them anywhere near other colonists. I'm just kind of looking through storage. I'm pretty confident we sold that. So there are no flamethrowers. We can give you an incendiary launcher. That could theoretically happen. We're bringing some more meat in to replace all the squirrels. Good. That pleases me. Anyone moving on my things up here? Yeah, we're still... Just finish doing the job, please. I know there's a lot of food being harvested right now. That's what's slowing everything down. Food that we probably don't really need. If I'm brutally honest, we could probably get rid of a bunch of these growing zones. Rocket launchers are more of a Red Ivan thing. They are indeed, and Red Ivan has an inherent problem of blowing everybody else up when he blows up his enemies, so we've sent Red Ivan on a bit of a world tour so he doesn't blow the base up. Slick Rick, what are you doing? Welcome. You're just harvesting things and pulling things into storage. Okay, that's cool. That's a good thing for you to be doing. Why is the light off? Is it that late? I guess it is that late. Huh. Okay. Are we killing any more animals that I need to be aware of? Are there any... Yeah, these trees probably have to go. They're probably in the way. I should probably build some flooring or something behind that. I kind of hate to waste the resources, though. Are you blocked? Yeah, you're blocked. Get rid of that, please. Thank you. Flamethrowers can be used to burn corpses. Thus, you do not need to bury them. Really? Are there actually flamethrowers in this? Because, I know there's the crematorium. And I have no problem burying them. We've actually stopped burying them. Now we just put them in the Hall of the Dead. We just finished fabrication. Good. Thank you. I'll get back to research in a second. But we have the Hall of the Dead. My Indiana Jones-style Hall of the Dead where there are 3 sarcophagi and then a bunch of bones. I've always done that in RimWorld. I think it's very neat, and I do it every single time. Research, why don't you, now that we, I think, can do fabrication, why don't you start on advanced fabrication? It's going to take you a while. But that will enable us to make our own components, which will be very, very welcome. Okay, good. You finally finished this. Excellent. Why don't you, here's what I want to see happen here. Let's move that power conduit from there over to there, and then deconstruct that one. It might be a brief interruption in power while they figure all that out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we won't have catastrophic power loss while I just deconstruct the only link to those power stations over there. That'll be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. Oh, incendiary launchers. Okay, Molotov cocktails can do it too. Did you know in Bobcat... Oh, Ray's here. Welcome. Welcome, Ray. You forgot it was Friday. I do that all the time. I'm never 100%. In fact, Friday's actually the only day that I'm certain of, now that I think of it. Because I know I stream on Friday, and I look forward to it all week. I kind of get up on Monday and can't wait for Friday to stream. But I do not usually forget that it's Friday. I do very often forget every single other day of the week. Did you know with Bobcat, the M202 rocket launcher was designed to launch up to 4 66mm incendiary rockets before reloading? It's the rocket launcher used in Commando. I would also say that sounds like that should be a Fallout 4 weapon. In fact, I think it might be. actually. Minor Break and Tattered Apparel, we do really need to get some more clothing going on at some point, but I'm encouraging a no pants attitude in the colony. I mean, if you guys don't want to wear pants in the colony, just go ahead and don't wear pants. It's fine. It's totally fine. Nadine 2.0, how are you doing? You're down to 0.4. You are going to belong to us very, very soon. And it's basically almost nap time. Let's move it along a little bit faster, if we can, just so we can get to the next day, because I think we're darn close to this fabrication bench thing, which doesn't really mean that much, because I still need to get advanced fabrication before it's going to be super, super useful, but there'll be some things we can do on it, I'm sure. Chantal, why are you just sleeping on the floor? There are beds around here. I'm pretty confident that there's at least one bed that you're not using. There's got to be a bed that you're not using because the chicken is dead. Oh, no, I don't have nearly as many beds as I thought. No, everything's sleeping on the floor. Okay, that's fine. Oh, somebody's got the flu. What's the Oh, everyone's got the flu. Everyone's got the flu. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Why don't we make some medicine? Speaking of which, well, yeah, sure, that's fine. Do 10 of those. That's totally fine. Spike Little Girl and Bristly Stranger are up for joining as a colonist. Oh, okay, I missed those. Right, okay. Yeah, Boss Ross will have to keep me appraised of any chat issues that I miss. Well, in that case, I'm kind of seeing that Bristly's the research guy. I think Fleeb. Yeah, it's Fleeb. I think this is Bristly. It's just, I don't know why. I just feel if anyone would be sitting around researching stuff and being kind of like all techie and stuff, it might be him. So there you go. Fleeb is now Bristly Stranger. And Engie, you're not really vitally, your name is not vitally important. Not like Frog and Duck. Let's see if I can do this oh, no, I certainly can't do that properly. There we go. Okay, Spike, you are in there. Excellent. And I think, who else can we afford to lose? Not lose, but lose their name. Pio, you are going to be Ray. Because that is the thing that's happening. There we go. All right, Pio is Ray. Ray is Pio. Bristly Stranger, Spike Little Girl. Excellent. Vosseros, you were a monkey and you got killed. And I think that's your lot. Frankly, it's the hat. It is kind of the hat. You're not completely wrong about that, Bristly. I mean, the quad barrel upgrade to the standard rocket launcher in FO4 does look similar. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for. The quad barrel, yeah. Except the 3 launch tubes don't extend all the way back and is not collapsible. Still looking for a mod to fix it. Got it. Did he kill Ambi again? No, Ambi just never came back. Ambi was the cat, and Ambi got killed, and that was very sad, and we killed every single squirrel on the map to make up for it. Boy, did we have our revenge when Ambi died, because you don't kill a kitty on my watch and not have some revenge coming your way. But Ambi is gone, and Vosseros the monkey is gone. So there it is. So now we've got Bristly and Spike Little Girl and Ray and Slick Rick and Bobcat. We're not changing Frog and Duck. No, Frog and Duck is just way too good of a comedy team there, especially because Frog wears what is effectively a paper bag on his head. I know it's supposed to be a wooden war mask, but it just looks like he wears a paper bag on his head, and that's kind of comedy gold. So Frog and Duck stay Frog and Duck, and obviously we can't change Penjmek and Stabby. They're the OGs. I was told I tasted delicious and suspiciously like chicken. Yeah, we did eat you. Yeah, and we ate Ambi, if we're going to be brutally honest about it. The squirrel named Curiosity. Yeah, Curiosity killed not only that squirrel, but every single other squirrel on the map. We may have gone on a bit of a murder spree with the squirrels. You don't kill a cat on my watch and not expect that I'm going to go a little mental about that. I like cats. I'm very fond of them. I'm not, crazy cat guy. We only have one cat. That's it. But, one at a time, not 20 of them. But I'm very fond of cats. And if you kill a cat, then I'm going to have a problem with that. As every single squirrel in RimWorld learned. They're all dead. Well, all the ones that were on the map at the time. I'm sure new ones have spawned at this point. Yeah, we did eat Vosseros. We did eat Ambi. I mean, you guys wouldn't want to go to waste. Really? You're there. You're not getting any more alive. But you could keep other people alive. Really, when we ate you, it was like organ donation, except more of a burger, really. Like a cheeseburger organ donation is what was happening there. Spike Little Girl is up. You have the best bedroom, too. You have a really awesome bedroom, Spike Little Girl. You must be a jealous one. You must get really angry when people have a better bedroom than you. Wise Guy, our other kitty that did survive. You're just kind of wandering around. Cats add no value to this colony, but they're delightful. It's called reincarnation. Cat used to be eaten as junk food in the Middle Ages. That's terrible. This is why the Middle Ages were awful. They're just awful. They were smelly and vaguely ignorant, although they weren't nearly as dark as people thought. There were things happening in the Middle Ages. But if you're eating a cat as junk food, you are a terrible human being, and I will punch you in the throat. That's it. The bedroom's fine. Yeah, no, it is fine. It is fine. It's suspiciously fine, Spike Little Girl. That's the problem. Obviously, what are your you're jealous. You actually have jealousy as a trait. So you have to basically have the best bedroom. Otherwise, you get really sad. And indeed, you do. You have an awesome bedroom. You're not wrong. It's huge. It's got really good furniture, actually. Well, all right, really normal furniture. Still normal furniture. Normal bed. Nice sculpture. You know, and you have flowers. Mostly, it's the size. It's the size that makes the difference there. This is one of the few occasions when size absolutely matters when you're talking about bedrooms. Nadine, are you down to like 0 yet? Have we worked on you today? Nope, still 0.4. That's okay. Call in to treatment whom? Slick Rick. Okay, is it the flu? It is the flu. I mean, I guess you can go to bed if you want. Oh, everyone's in bed. Oh dear, everyone's very, very sick. And Bristly's taking the last bed. I guess I need more hospital beds, but I have a feeling this flu thing is going to pass at some point, right? Mech, are you any good at doctoring? No, you are not. Everyone else is kind of in bed. Frog and Duck are basically useless, but they're good for comedy. Slick Rick, no, not so much. Bobcat has a medical skill, so go ahead and tend to people. Your medical skill is not good. Creepy breathing, yeah, we discussed that in the last one. Where did Spike Little Girl go? Yeah, creepy breathing. Breathes heavily all the time and sweats constantly. People find it creepy. I bet they do. I don't know what the implications of that are. I'm sure it's a basic debuff on people's interactions with you. I'm sure people just like you less because you are creepy. And fair enough. And I think that's a perfectly justifiable thing to do. Just go ahead and like someone less if they are creepy. I do. I do that constantly. I do that daily. What else do we need to really be doing? Except for, I kind of need all these people out of bed because I really want to finish the thing. Oh, speaking of which, do I actually have enough to do the production bench? Fabrication bench, rather. I would if I had more steel. Okay, that's not unconquerable because I think we've actually got quite a bit of steel that we haven't hauled. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we've got tons of steel over here that we haven't moved yet. And I don't think we've even started on that other meteorite that just landed. So yeah, we will have steel, just not right away. Like Robert, Bobcat is about to get the old hypodermic needle out. Yeah, Bobcat's not our best doctor, but, he is a doctor. Go ahead and start prioritizing everybody, if you felt like doing that, because all of our good doctors have the flu. They're all in bed. Penge has no doctoring skill, right? Oh, actually, he's slightly better than Bobcat. Okay, go tend to Stabby. Yeah, that's fine. You're a slightly better doctor than Dr. Bobcat. So Dr. Penge, Dr. Bobcat on the case, which is good, and now we're just down to Tattered Apparel. All right, I don't really know how to help you with that, guys. I mean, I do. I should make more clothes for you, but I'm probably not going to high prioritize that. Ray, you're out playing horseshoes. That's good, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's good for you. Is there anything else you should be doing? You, again, just checking, have absolutely no doctor skill. In fact, you won't do doctoring. You are incapable of caring. That's hardcore. That is absolutely hardcore. You're just incapable of caring. Morphine solves most problems that you can't fix with explosives. Yes. Well, of course, there's much more powerful things on the market than morphine. Morphine's kind of old school. How come every time I come in, Stabby's in the hospital? It's not due to combat this time, Willow. This time everybody has the flu. So the whole hospital is just bunged up with people who have the flu. Bobcat and Penge, who are not our best doctors, if I'm honest, not my best doctors. They're all trying to deal with the flu outbreak. I don't care. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Laced with morphine, cups of explosive tea laced with morphine. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Okay, that would be permanent. That would be super permanent. Yeah, super permanent. Yeah, Ray. We made you Ray. You're up here. You have a cowboy hat on. If that matters to you, it probably doesn't. But you have a cowboy hat on, and you don't have the flu, which is pretty much the best thing that's happening right now. Colonist, yeah, Slick Rick, why are you leaving bed? You're training pesto. Okay, that's wicked cool, but you do have the flu. You should probably go back to the bed and get the rest that you need. Yeah, just go rest until healed, please. I don't want to deal with you. Nitroglycerin is a common blood thinner. Yeah, isn't that what they give like heart patient people so they don't, I don't know, have blood clots or something? I don't know. Clearly, I'm speaking from a highly trained medical stats place, White Tower thing. Anyway, clearly I'm a doctor. So clearly I'm a doctor. He did say I was incapable of caring. I'm a country gal, never wore one in real life, but I hear it's a thing. Yes, you are completely incapable of caring, Ray. So if we look at your bio, you are incapable of caring. That is wicked hardcore. You have no ability to care for another colonist. You also have no ability to research anything. And you don't want to talk to anyone. You're sort of a doomsday prepper of the colonists. You're just isolating up in your amazing bedroom that you demand because you're jealous. So yeah, you've got creepy breathing, you're incapable of caring, you're incapable of being social. Yeah, you're a doomsday prepper. Yeah, you're a doomsday prepper in this colony. That's what's going on with you. And you've got yourself a big old decorated bunker up there. Antisocial. Yes, that is indeed the word. Isolationist works too. Can I be BFFs with Stabby? That's not up to me. That has nothing to do with me. That's all up to RimWorld. Let's see, how does Stabby feel about you? Let's kind of find out here. So where is Ray? Actually, Stabby really digs you. Yeah, Stabby is well into you. Actually, you are actually Stabby's best friend. Congratulations. You are BFFs with Stabby. And weirdly, Stabby's really into Frog. I don't know why. Frog doesn't really do anything around here. And then sort of meh with a lot of people. Oh, Stabby hates Bobcat. Like a lot. Apparently they're rivals. Rivals for what? I don't know. You're like Dave when invited to a party. Because it's antisocial with high needs. And a cowboy hat. Don't forget that cowboy hat. So yeah, coincidentally, you are in fact BFFs with Stabby. Worked out real fine. Let me see how you feel about Stabby. That would be also interesting to know. You are actually... So Stabby really, really likes you, but you like Stabby, but not your BFF. You're actually really into Slick Rick. Hey, who isn't? He had a nominal career back in the late 80s, early 90s. Nadine's ready to get Mike Tyson over to us. So yeah, Stabby wicked likes you, and you like Stabby, but, not in that way, is what I'm seeing here. It's just, I like you, but not in that way. Whereas Stabby is wicked into you. Right, okay. Oh, we're working on Dave Navarro. Good. We can probably just go ahead and convert Nadine anytime we're ready. How is Dave Navarro doing? 14.2. Dave Navarro's going to be here all darn winter at this point. All darn winter. Okay, Nadine will be ours tomorrow. Hopefully... Actually, Nadine, let's get kind of a sneak peek here. What's your bio? You have good skill with animals, okay, and you're basically terrible, apart from that. You have an annoying voice. Good thing you don't have creepy breathing to go along with that. That would really make people hate you. You're a misogynist, and you're an ascetic. Ascetic. Right. So you want a terrible bedroom. Just an absolutely awful bedroom. Good news, Nadine, I've got one. It has a bed and a light. It's actually worse than your prison cell. Your prison cell is much nicer. Your prison cell has a TV. Slow to warm. It'll happen once she shows me her good knife. Yeah, no, Stabby's wicked into you. Not so much the other way around. I mean, you don't dislike Stabby, but you don't share the same passion. Oh, we brought the eggs in. Oh, good. Now that one of our chickens is dead. Yay. Are there any other eggs kicking around that I need to be aware of? Because they just dropped them anywhere, almost like they were Wise Guy, why are you bolting? What is going on with you? You were just running down here. Is something chasing you? Because I will exterminate it, if it helps. I will happily exterminate it. Oh, now that I switched materials, how's the wall going? Oh, we are working on it. Okay, progress is being made on the wall. Not a lot of progress, but progress is being made. Does my character have a BFF? Let's find out. Alright, Spike Little Girl is, that's the wrong tab, wicked into Ray. Everybody likes Ray. Ray is well liked. Wicked into Ray. Okay, how does Ray feel about Spike Little Girl? Hates her. Well, doesn't hate her, but isn't fond of her. -11. Yeah. Okay. Everybody likes Ray. Ray doesn't like everybody. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm sensing a pattern in Ray's preferences. So the whole antisocial, possibly psychotic thing seems to be coming to fruition. Everybody seems to be drawn to you, but you may have ulterior motives for everyone in this colony. Right. Fall has begun. That's fine. That's fine. We have plenty of food. No worries about food. We'll more than survive the coming winter. How's the Devil Strand coming? 45%. My God, that takes a long time to grow. And how about our chocolate trees? Yeah, we're totally not getting these this year. Huh. Alright, well, there it is. There it is. Things happen. We don't have our chocolate this year. Unrequited love. Unrequited like, I think. People tend to like the antisocial ones. Yeah, this is it, Willow. I think this is exactly what's going on here. Everybody's wicked into Ray. Ray is nominally okay with people, but not wicked into them. And how's the flu doing? Does anyone need tending? Everyone's jamming up the hospital here. No good. How is your flu? How are things doing here? The flu itself is 24%. Immunity is 20%. Okay, we should probably keep working on that. Penge, go prioritize things. And who else? Bobcat, go tend things and deal with people, please. Oh, we're actually out of the good medicine too. All right, that's fine. It's only the flu. It can't be that critical. Watch, they're all gonna die. They'll all die from the flu. People die from the flu every year. Just hopefully not these 4. And then when you're done with that, I'm gonna switch you both over to tend the other 2. And then hopefully we can get this flu nonsense out of the way here. No, Penge, come back and tend to Bristly. Yeah, deal with that, please. Thank you. Good thing I built the hospital, indeed. Barbara, more like a social chameleon. Yeah, I think something, Ray is something. I'm not sure what. Ray's something. Everyone likes Ray. Ray's okay with basically everyone, except some people that Ray doesn't like. Okay, and then Penge, when you're done with that, I'm sorry, Bobcat, I actually need you to get up again and deal with Stabby. Go tend to Stabby. Let's make sure everybody gets tended to. Everybody needs to get tended to. The flu's kind of putting the colony in pause mode because we can't get anything built because 4 people are in the hospital. That will help be helped when Nadine is Mike Tyson'd over to us. Dave Navarro is going to be a much tougher nut to crack. The flu is not a good thing. You're wrong. I don't like anyone. I just fake it really well. Oh, that's a trait. That's something you can put on a resume. A lot of what I do at work is faking liking people. I don't necessarily enjoy their company, but, I get a paycheck, so I deal. All right, good, okay. We're getting more tending done. That's broadly okay. What else do we generally need to do? Oh, we're feeding people, too. Yeah, don't have people starve to death because they're in bed. That would be terrible. Have I played Rainbow Six Siege? I have not, Jamie. I have not. For no particular reason, I just haven't. I don't think I have anything against it. I just have not played it. Have you played it? Are you enjoying it? Are you still Fortnite dancing? I know the answer to that is yes, and that pleases me greatly. I approve. But no, I have not played it. Birdbrains has. Well, what is Birdbrains' opinion of it? I'm sure there's probably a lot of shooting and blowing things up. Are there tanks or planes? So yeah, what do you think of it, Jamie? Or Birdbrains, or both of you? Oh wait, who needs treatment now? Penge does. Penge has the flu as well. Okay, and somebody's starving to death. It's Slick Rick. I always suspected that's how he died, except I think we figured out he's not dead. Despite my protestations, I'm convinced he's dead. I almost remember seeing the news where Slick Rick is dead. But apparently he's still alive. I don't know how that goes. No vehicles. Okay. Slowly downloading the Division so I can play it before they inevitably shut down the servers. 5x5 tactical shooter. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, wait. Who was an excellent used car salesman? That's a good trait for a salesperson, faking liking people. My ex was good at that. It's a good trait for a used car salesman. It's a good trait for any salesman. Although I would posit, having sold things, and people understand I used to be in a somewhat of a contracting business, but that is selling. You're just selling yourself and your service. You're not selling a pack of gum or a car. You're selling your service. I would posit that actually it is better to be a somewhat decent human being, because you can fake selling, but you're never going to be as good as someone who is not a jerk, really. I mean, you can be a jerk and sell things and fake liking people, but you're never going to be as good as someone who genuinely, can communicate with someone. That's always going to be a better salesperson. Prophecies of Dave Nostradamus. Oh dear. Oh Lord. Okay. What is my prophecy? I will probably waffle on about something for about 20 minutes while WASDing around the screen, sort of like I'm doing right now. There's my first prophecy. I'd be better at being an escort than a salesperson. Yeah, I think if you're going to fake liking people, the Lady of Negotiable Affection route might be a way better way to go than a salesperson. I stand by my statement that a really good salesman actually does not dislike people, because there's only so much you can fake. We have unconscious things going on in our mind where we can kind of sense when people are BSing us. Not all the time, but we do it all the time, but we don't necessarily pay attention to it all the time. So a good salesperson actually enjoys what they're doing, enjoys communicating with people, and is knowledgeable about whatever it is that person is selling. That's my opinion. And that's my opinion after 20 years of selling stuff. And what I sold was myself and a service. That's what I did. I didn't sell you a car or a stick of gum. I sold you what I really sold you was my knowledge. We used to have a saying in some of the other contractors that I hung out with, when people would complain about the prices for contracting and compare it to the time spent. So, for instance, I would come in and spend 30 minutes and charge you X amount of money, and you would look at the bill and go, my God, you are only here for 30 minutes. How can it possibly cost that much? To which we would reply something along the lines of, it only took me 30 minutes because I've been doing it for 20 years and I'm really good at it. So you're not paying me for what I did today, you're paying me for what I have done for the last 20 years. And we'd usually follow up with like, hey, if you want this to take 2 to 3 hours, I can make that happen. I'm going to charge you for my time, but I can make that happen. Or do you want it done right the first time in 30 minutes and then I leave? So people usually got it when you put it into context like that. Not necessarily in such an aggressive fashion, but really, yeah, you're not paying me for what I did for you today. You're paying me for my knowledge base of the last 20 years. My ex loved making quick money, hence used cars. Yeah. He was good looking and charming. I sold a lot of used cars to women. I have neither of those features. So, I mean, Mrs. Dave may disagree, but I have neither of those features. Dave said he'd be good at selling himself than items. I am better at selling myself. I absolutely am. I have this sort of philosophy. I really do. I have a philosophy, not so much a prophecy, Nostradamus, but sort of a philosophy that everything is retail. Everything is retail. Everybody is selling something to somebody. And I don't mean a product. I mean, we're all selling something to somebody. Sometimes it's just ourselves. Sometimes we're selling our personality to ourselves. But everyone's got a store. Everyone's got a shop. It's just some shops are more ethereal and ephemeral and philosophical into what they're selling, and some of them are physical places. Social chameleons change colors based on the people they are surrounded by. Fun for them starts when they need to combine those groups and can't decide which colors to wear. I think, I could be wrong about this, I think a lot of people are, to some degree or another, social chameleons, in that when you are with a group, you want to blend in with that group. We all want to blend in. That's not anything new. That's just humans want to belong to a group. That's how we work. So I think when you're with any group, you want to blend in. You want to be part of the group and not necessarily stand out. So I think all of us, to some degree, have some element of social chameleon going on. I think if we get with a new group, we may very quickly learn what that group's norms is and somewhat adapt to it while still trying to be ourselves. There it is. There's my personal philosophy. I suck at selling anything, which is why I've been poor most of my life. I think I have a lot of philosophies on selling. I have a lot of thoughts on selling. I thought a lot about it as I was selling off my business and moving into, whatever phase 2 of my life is, moving into the working world. And I kind of learned a lot while I was building up my business. And really it is ultimately selling yourself. I don't know if that helps, but it is ultimately having a degree of confidence to go, yep, I am basically okay with who I am and what my place is in this world, and putting that out there. And you don't even have to go out and say that to somebody. You can just project that attitude. You can project that attitude of, yep, I'm pretty comfortable with who I am. And when you are selling yourself. You are automatically selling yourself. Is Slick Rick still starving? That's an excellent question. We should probably play RimWorld. Yeah, okay, we were kind of off on another WASD adventure there. Slick, how you doing there? Yeah, trivial malnutrition. Trivial malnutrition. How's your food? Oh, you are in fact starving to death. Okay, somebody should probably feed Slick Rick. Yep, do tend him and then also feed him at the same time. That would be ideal. Any favorite book about the topic? Yes, Barbara. Actually, I do. I'm so glad you asked that. I do actually have a favorite book on that. And I'm sorry, I'm looking over my shoulder so I can remember the specific title of it. Hang on 2 seconds. I gotta roll my chair away. I'm so glad you asked that, Barbara. I really do. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, come on. I know it's in this bookshelf. No, I don't know that, actually, because I just moved all these books. Oh, I remembered it. I moved all my books recently, so they're all on different bookshelves. Yes, I actually have a favorite book about that. It's called Why We Buy by Paco Underhill. I met him, actually, when I was managing a bookstore. I had read the book, and then very excitedly, he actually came in because the bookstore I worked in was in an airport, and he was traveling, promoting his book. And I got into a conversation with him, and he was just fascinating. So Why We Buy. If anyone wants to throw up like a link to Amazon, I should have probably made sure that I put that sentence together appropriately. I didn't actually mean if anyone wants to throw up. If you do need to do that, obviously go ahead and do that. But if anyone wants to put up a link from Amazon or anything like that, go ahead and do it, and I will approve that. It's a brilliant book about retail in general, but reading it, you have an understanding. I really gained an understanding of just selling in general. It's specifically focused on retail. It's specifically focused like a brick and mortar store. That's where he's coming from. But the broad philosophies behind it are amazing. Oh, Willow, have you read it? Yeah, it's brilliant. It really is. It was, I don't want to go to the extreme of saying like changed my life or anything, but it really opened my eyes about selling anything and realizing that we're all selling something. We are all selling something. No, please don't be Barbara. This is what we do literally every Friday. Literally every Friday. We go off on another WASD adventure. That's what we do. Yes, Bristly, sorry, you're still in the hospital. You still have the flu. Is Slick Rick still starving? No, Slick Rick, somebody has fed Slick Rick. Excellent. Actually, is everybody basically been fed? And somebody needs to feed Spike Little Girl and Bristly Stranger. Okay, people need to feed everyone. So you go tend as well, and then go feed somebody. Everybody who's not in bed, go feed somebody. Oh, you'll never do doctoring, right? Because you don't care. No, I just want you to feed them. I don't care if you care about them. Just feed them. Bobcat, go feed somebody. There we go. Okay, excellent. Internet is cutting in and out. I'm missing stuff. Oh, that's okay. We turned away from the WASD adventure to just kind of get into playing RimWorld and making sure people don't starve to death. That would be ideal. I think that would absolutely be ideal. Ironically, I'm sick in real life. Oh dear, I'm very sorry to hear that. That's never any fun. I work in an area where people are prone to getting sick because lots of sick people walk in the door. Yeah, that's never fun when anyone is sick. Yeah, so Barbara, if you do happen to Google that and throw up a link, I would be very happy to approve that, because that's one of those books I think everyone should read. You don't need to be in sales or in retail or anything like that, but it's just well written. It's surprising, and I'll tell you what, the fun of it, even if you're not in any sort of career where you're selling. Alexander, welcome. Sickness, it is the season. Yeah, you're not wrong, it is September. Even if you're not in selling or anything like that, it will really open your eyes the next time you walk into a retail environment and you have an understanding of why they are doing the things that they are doing. Some of it is very common sense, and others of it is much more subtle. Much more subtle. Not starving to death is a good thing. You're not wrong. People don't like to starve to death. I know that about people. I meet people, and universally, to a man or to a woman, they say, you know what, Dave, we do not enjoy starving to death. That's possibly because I have them in my basement and they're starving to death. But that's a conversation for another time. That's totally not true. So if I've just got flagged in a watch list, it's not true, because I don't even have a basement. I don't have a basement. We're built slab on grade here. I have no basement. Just get me off the watch list, please. So yes, has everyone now been fed? You're not completely starving. You're very well fed. You're fed. Okay. All the sick people have food. Yay! And somebody's finally getting around to building the things that I told them to build like 1,000,000 years ago. The whole point of this, opening up this, was to get the fabrication bench in. We are no closer to that. We did, however, kill a raccoon because my trap corridors are working just fine, and they double as hunting corridors. Just let them ride, things wander into there, and they don't come out alive. I try not to starve every day, and you're doing an excellent job, Brisley. An excellent job at not starving any day. I know that because you're typing. And generally, people who are starving to death do not have the strength to type. Speaking of retail, I've finally gotten scheduled to not unload at work. Oh, good. I know you've been not exactly thrilled with your work life. Hey, I mean, a lot of people aren't. I can't say I'm thrilled. I'm just saying I'm adapting to it. Locks, tools, and hardware. That does sound much more up your alley. Will they allow you to add rocket launchers to be there? Could you sell rocket launchers? Can be fun in The Sims. You use a special kind of ghost that raids your fridge. Oh yeah, the Sim ghosts are fun, and it is nice that they are all kind of custom tailored to how you died. Screen is pixelated. Oh, internet is way slow. I'm sorry, Willow. It's always one thing after another, isn't it? I'm very sorry that you're I'm pixelated, apparently. That sounds like I should be in a bar. Oh my god, I was totally pixelated last night. That sounds like what should be happening there. 144p. I didn't even know we did that anymore. I didn't even know we had that low a number anymore. You not heard of the starve now, eat later fad diet. You lose 150 to 200 pounds, just don't eat ever. Ever. I'm not a fan of that diet. I've tried it. It's not fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun. Rocket launcher would be over towards plumbing. Yeah, okay, I see what you're doing there with a quick stop in lawn and garden. Yeah, I can imagine, knowing where you work, you could probably put together a rocket launcher. I bet you could. From things that are sold there. I bet you could actually do that. That mildly frightens me. Mildly. But I'm pretty confident you could do that. Is anyone gonna not have the flu in the near future? Could people not have the flu? How are we doing on this? Still minor flu, okay. Yeah, the malnutrition thing is going away eventually. Yeah, we're just kind of stuck having the flu. This is a nice little pause moment in RimWorld. I'd really just like someone to get up and get Nadine on board. Because all it's going to take is us chatting to her. She's ready to go. Ready to go. Dave Navarro, tougher nut to crack, but she's ready to go. There's a lot of things you can do in hardware stores. Yeah, I know. I'm a fan, frankly. But I bet you could put together a competent rocket launcher out of that. Wow, we've got a lot of stuff still to harvest. Okay, let me blaze through the night here and have a little sip of whatever it is I'm drinking here. Oh, it's cherry Coke. Yay. I like cherry Coke. Good thing I got myself some. Oh, it's a solar flare. Yay. Everything's shut down. Super. Thanks, RimWorld. Appreciate that one. All right, well, then we're definitely blazing through until the solar flare is over. When I was a lad, my friend found instructions on how to build a 4-foot missile. Not seen him for a while. Was he 4 foot tall? Because that would explain a lot. Or actually, would he be 3 feet tall? Was he 3 feet tall? Because if he was 3 feet tall and he had a 4-foot missile, I'm going to the moon. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the moon. It's now a term for Crossroads Hint. You're not hammered, you're pixelated. There you go. It sounds like it should be a term for intoxication. I was totally pixelated last night. Just wrecked. Ah, good. Science finally getting something done around here. Right, I've done all that. I guess I could actually get the fabrication bench going. I know we don't technically have enough steel on hand, but there is some that we've mined. We just haven't gone and gotten it yet. Dang, am I going to have enough room for this thing in here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. And why don't we get a nice chair? What have we got a lot of? Panthera fur. A nice Panthera fur chair would be delightful here. Doodly, 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 doodly. Right there. Okay. Pop that right down there. Not a heck of a lot we're going to be able to do with the fabrication bench. We may as well have it. 4-foot missile sounds like a punk band. It does. It was a big lad. Maybe he made 2. Yeah. If he made 2, then you could think about some sort of jetpack idea. A kind of a one-shot jetpack, but a jetpack nonetheless. Oh, lordy, somebody's starving. Hang on. Hang on. It's Slick Rick again. Slick Rick, you, for a skinny guy, you eat a lot of food. I remember your videos. You were like 120 pounds tops. Soaking wet, you were 120 pounds. But all right, somebody feed Slick Rick. All hogging all the food around here. A good big box hardware store is the best place to set up during any apocalypse. Yeah, probably easily defensible. Not a lot of windows. That's my first thought when I'm thinking of where am I going when the zombies come. Is buildings without a lot of windows. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my local big box hardware stores. Not a heck of a lot of windows going on there. And obviously, virtually everything you need is inside except food. Food, but you know what? You'd have so many other things. You could basically build a house inside the yeah, you know what? I like that idea. I like that idea. There's a Home Depot image on the interwebs. Lubricate ropes, chainsaw screws, and that sounds like the place to be. When Mrs. Dave and I were building our house, I had occasion to go to I was in Home Depot almost daily at that point, sometimes multiple times a day. And one time I walked out of there, I would be getting, who knows what I was getting, but one time I walked out of there with a chainsaw, a bunch of tarps, and duct tape. And I put those down on the counter and immediately said, this is not what it looks like. No, I swear to God. Oh, there's a Manhunter pack. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, Caribou. Okay. Where are the... Oh, yeah, they're coming in hard and fast, aren't they? Where are they coming from? Okay, they may hit a trap corridor. They might not, but they might. But just in case, everybody... Team, everybody on board. Even the sickies, thank you. Even the sickies are in on this. Lumberjacking again. No, I just needed to... They had taken down a tree to, make room for the house, and then left me the tree and said, you deal with it from now on. That's how we save money. They took the tree down. I chopped the tree up. But yeah, it was a chainsaw, tarps, and some duct tape. And this is not what it looks like. I swear to you. Oh, they're already dead. Never mind. Never mind. The Caribou Manhunter pack has solved its own problem. Okay, everybody back to work. Yep, love those trap corridors. That works out just fine, thank you. Oh yeah, there's seeds and potting soil. That's really smart. A hardware store, a big box certainly, would have things you'd need to actually grow food. That's genius. Yeah, that's well done. I didn't think about and not a little bit either. Like tons of potting soil. You could basically set up a small farm. I mean, I'm thinking of my local Home Depot. There's certainly enough potting soil there where you could set up a very sustainable farming system with almost any food you could imagine. You could even pretty the place up with some flowers. Penge always says he's coming to my house if there's any apocalypse. Are you well armed, Bristly? Because my vote is on me. I'm immediately prepared. Between zombie games, apocalyptic games, and survival games, I'm ready. Bring it. I'm 100% ready. Anytime you want. I could set up in a Walmart. Yeah, that's another good option, because they generally have I'd want to go for one of the ones that basically has the sort of the Home Depot attached to it, where they have a huge gardening section, because Willow's idea about the seeds in the potting soil is genius. I never even thought of that. That would be a great place to go. So yeah, I would vote for me. A Walmart would do it. Probably a lot of things you don't need there, but you're going to have basically everything. So not a bad, and a lot of food. Around Christmas time, we will sell pine trees, which most breeds are entirely edible. What is happening? The solar flare is ending. Okay, that's fine. Good for us. Have no guns, you're doomed. Don't need guns. Don't necessarily need guns. I don't have any firearms. I have other things. I have swords, I have bows, I have all sorts of things that can injure people. They're just not firearms. I mean, if you have firearms, you've got to have an ability to make ammo over time. I would speculate it's a lot easier to make an arrow out of what is lying around in your yard than it is to make a bullet. So yeah, I would go with that. Armed, stocked, and ready. This is something I did not know about you, Bristly. Okay. Apparently Bristly Stranger's a bit of a doomsday prepper. Fair enough. Did not see that one coming. Gotta say, sir, did not see that one coming. I would go to my Home Depot if that happened. Yeah, I think Willow and Bobcat are on the right idea. Ooh, a bulk goods trader. Yay. We could do with some trading around here. Good. You can scrap things you don't need to repair things you do. Yep, that is true. Tea and biscuits. Okay, well, you are pretty set then. A doomed individual here, too. In the case of an apocalypse, I run to the nearest insulin factory. That is going to be... I only watch so much of The Walking Dead. I think I watched like season 1 and maybe a few episodes of season 2, and then I kind of tuned out. But I don't see many post-apocalyptic movies or TV series addressing I guess, illnesses or medical conditions or things that you are going to need medicine for forever. They don't really seem to address those very often. I could be completely wrong. I say I kind of tuned out of Walking Dead. Maybe there was a diabetic in Walking Dead who was like, oh my god, where am I going to get insulin from? But they don't seem to bring that up very often, and it's not something I would imagine that's easy to manufacture. I mean, it's easy to manufacture a 2x4 with some nails driven through it. It's probably... I don't know how to make insulin. Does anyone else? I have no idea. All you need is a Medusa multi-caliber revolver to make insulin? Really? Okay. Wow, that is easier than I thought. You're not wrong. Minimalists of sorts are not prepared. History 2 had a series called Ways the World Could End. And there's even a local prepper group I'm a part of. Got into it from too many zombie games. Got more into the survival side of it. I don't... Here's what I think about the prepper community, if you will. There's a part of my mindset that is very much okay with what they're doing. But there's another part of me that's just too lazy to do it. This is where I fall apart. I love the idea of it. I love being fully prepared. I am someone who's generally prepared. I'm a planner. I know it doesn't seem like it when you watch the channel. I know Vossross just probably fell over when he heard that. But in my real world... in my real life, I'm very much a planner. I'm very much Mr. Contingency Plan. I always think like, well, what if this happens, and what if this happens, and what if that happens, and I prepare for it. I know. Vossross, pick yourself up off the floor, but that is kind of my way in the real life. I think that's why I play games the way I do, because it's radically different from my real life. I am much more chaotic, much more prone to pressing the big red button that says do not press. I do all of that. I don't press the big red button that says do not press in the real world. A couch prepper, yeah, exactly. Pretty screwed because I have medical needs that need taken care of. I'd rather not be a part of the post-apocalyptic world. Yeah, you don't see a lot of post-apocalyptic, lore stories that deal with that. Like, hey, I need this medicine for the rest of my life. Where am I going to get it? I mean, I maybe can dig up a certain amount of it from somewhere, but then someone would need to manufacture it, and that's a specialized knowledge. Anyway, Mech, you're really chatty, aren't you? Yeah, you are. So go deal with these guys. Thank you. Go trade with them. Insulin is produced by genetically modified yeast. The ridiculous price in the USA, some people make the stuff at home. I will probably not choose to make my own homebrew insulin. That seems like a terrible idea. Terrible idea. I would rather not do that. So I feel for the prepper community, and in my heart, mentally I am one, but there's a part of me that's just too lazy. And there's also a part where Mrs. Dave is going to go, stop that nonsense. What are you being so foolish about? There's an apocalypse, we're all going to die. That's the way it is. She's much more level-headed than I am. Much more level-headed than I am. Okay, I'm not level-headed. She's level-headed. But I am a planner. There is that. Right. What have you got? Let's start with the fundamentals here. What do you have? Not a lot. Gotta say, not a lot here. You have some potatoes. Don't need those. You have some cloth. Don't need that. Do you have any components? Because I can always use components. I have no problem buying components off of you. Not so much, really. No, this is kind of a terrible trader. I could get a war veil, I guess. Do you have any just basic steel, actually? Do you have just regular old steel? No, not even a little bit. Okay, you have more cats, though. I am very interested in that. I'm just going to get one more cat. Because why not? Basically, because why not? And in return for that, I'm going to give you food I don't really need. Like that caribou meat we just picked up. I didn't have it 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to miss it if I have it now, if I don't have it now. So $3.52 in my pocket and a cat. Good deal. I'm sold on that. That's a great deal. Survival is mind over matter. If you don't mind stuff, not a lot matters. But thyroid, psych meds and thyroid meds, you cannot manufacture this at home. No, I imagine you can't. I certainly can't. I am no chemist. I have no ability to do any chemical-y stuff. I was terrible at chemistry in school. Absolutely terrible. I wasn't particularly good at physics either. I was semi-okay at biology. My biology teacher said I should study biology. He's like, you have an aptitude for this. You should go do this. Oh, cargo pods, yay. And then here we are. I'm playing RimWorld on YouTube. So that worked out. Cargo, yeah, I do want to jump to their location. Oh, what is that? Raw fungus. Good. We will totally allow that. Have fun eating that, kids. Clearly you didn't read up a lot of herbal medicine stuff or ethnobotany. No. I do have, in preparation for my preparation, because Mrs. Dave can't deny me all of my little vaguely preppery kinds of things, I do have several books that I've accumulated, because that's what I do. I accumulate books of, not so much when it all goes to hell, here's what you do, but like, you have nothing, how do you get food? So, like, we're going to show you what plants won't kill you in the wild. We have some of those kinds of things. How to start a beehive, how to start, domesticating farm animal, that kind of thing. Basically, how to live out in the country, in the wild kind of things. I've got a few of those. Probably I'm going to have to stop running from the zombies to read them. I haven't actually gone through them yet, but the information is there. And I do have several cookbooks that I enjoy of how to make things out of, like, very, very few ingredients. Extremely few ingredients. So you got 2 things, and you can make a meal out of it. So I have those 2. Again, I'm always thinking, always planning. Mrs. Brisley is also not that impressed. No, I'm not surprised. That's because women are more level-headed than us, Brisley. We're morons. We're not morons. That's not true. We're not morons. It's just that we're wired differently. We are wired to hunt, and that's pretty much our thing. So we're always looking to the next thing. We're always looking to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Fun fact, that's why, and I think we've done this one in chat before, but I learned this information and I was terribly enchanted by it. So, obviously, women have, like, millions of colors that they're into. And it's not just blue. It's like, off blue, white, green, but slightly orange, and there's a specific name for it and all that kind of stuff. And we men, I'm going to tell you right now, we men are going, that's blue. It's blue. Don't tell me that's a different blue than the other blue that you're holding right next to the third blue. It's blue. It's because women actually see more colors. Women see more colors. This is Trivia with Dave. One of my high school teachers once called me a wealth of trivial and useless information. Here we go. Women see more colors than men. So men, we're out hunting. that was our thing. We went out hunting. It's not a stereotype. It's the way we used to be. We would go out hunting. Don't really need to see what color the antelope is. Just need to hit it with a spear. The woolly mammoth, don't really care what color it is. Can see that it is food, kill it, cook it. That's all we had to manage. Women, however, they were the gatherers. So they were the ones out in the fields or the woods or the forest picking the berries. And you better damn well know that red berry is very delicious and nutritious, but the other red berry that is a slightly different shade of red is incredibly poisonous and will kill you. Women can legitimately see more colors than we can. They see a broader spectrum than we can. It's very cool. It's very, very cool. It's also incredibly frustrating to women, and especially Mrs. Dave, when she says, do you like this blue shirt or this completely different name for blue shirt? And I say, they're both blue. And then she goes, no, they're not. And I say, yes, they are. They're both blue. You can't convince me otherwise. Charlotte has given birth. Oh, delightful. Oh, good. We have another Warpaca on the way. Yay! Now hopefully nothing comes along and eats it. Good job, Charlotte. We have another alpaca on our hands. I should probably read chat. If there's an apocalypse, go to an old castle or fortress being kept on conditions they were built to keep out large amounts of humanoids. Yeah, not a bad idea. We don't have a lot of those in our area. So we're a little boned in that regard. There is one. It's not a small distance away. Not really a small distance. I mean, it's within 30 minutes of driving, but that's about the only castle we've got in our area. We're not known for our castles, Birdbrains. Americans are not known for castles. I have problems foraging berries with my dog. She'll nab the low-hanging fruit and then come over with puppy eyes and see what I've got. I'm the one that plans ahead, says Willow. Usually about a month's worth of supplies on hand, not for the apocalypse, but for emergencies. I also have emergency food, Willow. Yeah, I also have emergency food. And it's actually not so much for planning for the future as much as we often will eat I will often prepare the same foods week after week after week, but there are points where I'm like, oh my god, I can't eat that for one more day, and I have what I determine to be emergency food ready for that. Like, I cannot eat this food that is in the fridge, but in the freezer I have something different that I will enjoy. So, can't wait. The Book of Dave. Oh dear Lord, let's hope that never happens. Let's never have that happen. So what do we... Did we ever move on the fabrication bench, guys? No, we haven't made a darn thing in that. We've got some steel over to it. And this is going to drain a lot of our components, too. Okay, well, it kind of is what it is. It's just basically going to have to be built when it gets built. No problems with castles in my country. We have way too many. Slovakia! Oh, really? Oh, that's very cool, Barbara. That's awesome. I don't know if we've had anyone from Slovakia. Welcome. And apparently you have a lot of castles there. I did not know that. When you said a lot of castles before I got to Slovakia, I assumed it would be like England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, somewhere like that. But then I kind of remember, hey, Europe's got a bunch of castles too. It's not just the British. Yeah, we have one that I can think of in our area. We do have a lot of, not completely dissimilar to a castle houses that people live in. They just, they're so ostentatious they kind of made them in the style of a castle. There's actually one in our town that I could think of, and it's a pretty defensible location. Huh. Okay, that's a good one, actually. I know exactly where it is. It's a defensible land because it's out on a peninsula. So that's going to be good. It is vaguely castle-like, and it's also somewhat secluded. You wouldn't really know where it is unless you were looking for it. Okay, I've got a plan. Cool, right, I'm ready. I am ready. Emergency food and a vague idea of where I'm going. You should be all over Castle Flipper when it comes out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. We have plenty of castles and manors here in Denmark. Enough for the British to come here to see them. Now, that is an accomplishment, actually. Most people go to Britain to see the castles. You got them going over there. Old forts. Yeah, there we go. Alexander's got it. We've got a lot of old forts. We've got at least one in our town right now. Quite a famous one, too. Well, the area that the fort sits on is famous for Revolutionary War issues, but the fort itself, not so much. But the area that it's sitting on is rather famous because I don't know, we fended off the British. I believe we fended off the British during one of their many attacks about the whole tea problem. But yeah, we fended off the British from our town, and that spot has a fort on it, and it's rather famous because we, British ships came in and we shot them off. We said, off with you, you British folk and your tea. Get out of here. We're working on coffee. Europe just has more history than the U.S. Yeah, no kidding. I've said that many, many times in chat, Brisley. We're amateurs. We're very new at being a country, and we really haven't mastered it, if we're honest. We're really not very good at being a country. I'm desperately trying not to get off a complete tangent about the United States. We've done that more than enough times recently. But yeah, we're not very good at being a country. We haven't... See, here's the thing, and I've said this in chat many times, and I've said this to my family more than anything, the British and Irish side of my family, is that a lot of folks, I feel, look at the U.S. and go, it's a country. Really, here, it's 50 different countries that are unified under one flag. Like, my state is radically different from the state next to it, and we have very different values and ideas, and that state is different from the state next to it. So it's actually more like the EU. It's 50 different countries that happen to be unified under one banner, and that's what gets us into trouble a lot. Because a lot of people don't like other people in our country. We don't like that part, and that part doesn't like the other part, and that part definitely doesn't like the other part. And then we forget about like a third of the country. We forget it exists because they don't really do anything, and then they get fussy when they get forgotten about, and they vote for Trump. So that happens. Anyway, sorry, I'm not getting political. I'm not getting political. That's all there is to it. Night Bird Brains, thank you. Good night, Bird Brains. Thank you, as always, for coming by. I'm glad you were more in chat than you said you were going to lurk, and then you didn't, and I appreciate that. We have history, too. It's just buried under European history, like Native American history is as old as you. Yeah, that's very true. Willow's not wrong. There were people living here long before we showed up, and they were... Some people might say they were much nicer people and they probably should have their country back, but there's that. So anyway, that's Dave for Dictator. Oh, good. I'll look forward to that one. Why is my phone flashing at me? Oh, it's telling me that I'm streaming. Yeah, I should probably like my own stream. Hang on. Let me go find myself on my phone. Why is my phone not popping up and telling me where I can find my own stream? That's a little fussy. Okay, I found it. Yay, I have liked myself. Good. My self-esteem has been satisfied. Here in Denmark, have our history too, even back at the time where Britain left us. They think they got their independence. Buy him Tropico. I have it. I have Tropico. Technically, I still only have the beta. I don't actually have the full game. Tropico's a fantastic game. So yeah, don't buy me Tropico because I've already put Tropico on the channel. I mean, Tropico's an amazing game, but I'm basically just waiting for it to be deeply discounted at some point, and then I'll grab it for myself. Because I don't think I'd put it back up on the channel. I think it's long had its time where it's been done to death, and I did the beta. I was very pleased with the beta. I loved it. It got a lot of good response. A ton of fun with that. It's not a fire. It's an aggressive urban redevelopment program. A good friend of mine from the U.S. and says the alcohol laws are different in the north to the south. No. I'm pretty sure that it is 21 universally. It's 21 universally. Tobacco laws can differ state to state. So some states it's 18, some states it's 21. Our state just went to 21 for tobacco, but some states are still 18. I am not 100%, but I'm like 94% confident that the 21 age for alcohol is universal. However, speaking of alcohol, there are different laws state to state about when you can serve alcohol. So the age is pretty firm, but when you can serve alcohol is completely up in the air, and that can not just be state to state, that could be town to town. So we have, in our area, first of all, in my state alone, we had a lot of holdover puritanical ideals, and we still do. But it was for up until very, very recently, you could not purchase alcohol on a Sunday. Just couldn't do it. There was just no. Sunday is a no booze day. Then we relaxed that, and now you can do that. But you could go, I think, 4 or 5 towns over, and their town, not a state law, but their town is completely dry. You cannot purchase alcohol there at all. Just period. There is no alcohol served in that town, neither in a bar, nor in a restaurant, nor in a liquor store, or anything like that. Stabby, could you just briefly refuel that, please? Thank you very much. Oh, medical emergency. Hang on. Oh, Penge, what's your problem? You have the flu, and you're starving to death. Okay, somebody go and feed Penge, please. Feed first. No, don't rest. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, Mech, I want you... Okay, fine, Stabby, you do it. Could you... No, I want you to deal with Penge. Why will nobody feed Penge? Okay, Penge may just die of malnutrition. I'll come back to that. So yeah, alcohol laws in terms of when you can sell booze can be radically different. Anywhere. Town to town, state to state, county to county, doesn't matter. Don't forget the crocodile farm. I never forget the crocodile farm. I have a crocodile farm, and that fence is nowhere near crocodile proof. Drinking laws do vary some. In PA, we are only allowed to have one bar for 20,000 people in a county. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I think the 21 age limit is universal. That's federal, as far to the best of my knowledge. But when and where you can serve alcohol could be completely up in the air depending on where you are. Evil Genius 2. I am waiting for Evil Genius 2. In some places you could not sell on a Sunday. Yeah, the blue laws is what they call. I don't know if they call them that across the country, but here in my state we call them the blue laws, which is basically they were morally guided laws. Like, you just shouldn't have alcohol on a Sunday, is what we all said. And then finally, a little bit ago, we said that's rather silly, and it's also preventing people from, earning an income and preventing law-abiding citizens from doing what they want to do anyway. And it didn't matter, because all people did was just stock up on Saturday. It wasn't preventing people from drinking on Sunday. It was just meaning they're like, oh, I'm having a party on Sunday. I'd better go to the liquor store on Saturday and get the stuff I need for that. It wasn't stopping anything. It was just a morally guided kind of thing that we finally got rid of. But those certainly exist in other states and other counties and other towns. And I say you can go a few towns over from where I am, and there's no alcohol. Nope, completely dry. Completely dry. No restaurants, no bar. Well, there are restaurants, but they don't serve alcohol. There are no bars, none of that. Oh, hang on. Nadine's down. Wait, hang on. Are you still technically our prisoner? You are, but you need to be rescued. You're having a bad day. What's the problem? Malnutrition. Okay, why is nobody eating? We have tons of meals. It was that flu. Yeah, everyone's held up with the flu. Nobody's getting anything done. This is the problem. All right, Duck. Go. You're not assigned to wardening. Okay, because that's because you hate people. Right, got it. Not assigned to wardening. Okay, somebody's getting out of bed. Sorry, guys, but somebody's got to get out of bed and deal with this nonsense. Not assigned to wardening. Who is assigned to wardening, please? Who is actually? Mech is. Okay, Mech. You don't have the flu. You are assigned to wardening. Go rescue Nadine. Yeah, well, go give her some food, basically. Go give her some food. I don't know if you can actually give it to her. Anyway, there's all that. There's all that things happening. It's not a proper village if it doesn't have a castle. Funny quote I was reading was regarding the Czech Republic, and we are a nation of alcoholics with castles. Yes, our town, we have a saying about our town that it's a drinking town with a small fishing problem. So we're ostensibly, well, we used to be a fishing town. Some people still fish here, but largely it's a town full of boat owners who don't do a lot of fishing, but do a lot of sitting around on boats. Mad Boomelope, that's a problem. That's a problem. And you are not going to get hung up in the trap corridors, are you? Okay, team, have we fed Nadine? Okay, hang on. Somebody needs to feed Nadine, really. Take her to bed, I guess? Yeah, I guess take her to bed. Can somebody feed her? Again, who's on wardening duty, please? It is Mac, yeah. I don't know why we can't manually feed her, but in the meantime, you guys, not Stabby, because we don't want to go melee with a Boomelope if we can help it. Everybody get out of bed and start shooting things, please. Yeah, I know, the hospital's full again. The flu is really kind of hobbling the community right now. But we'll learn to cope with it. There's the Boomelope. Okay. I don't suppose the Boomelope would like to get involved with the Muffalo and go boom. No, probably not. Everybody attack the Boomelope as quickly as possible, please, so it doesn't explode in our face. I mean, it's going to explode. But is anyone at all going to shoot this thing? Ray, no. Ray, don't go melee with the Boomelope, please. Can all of you people please attack the Boomelope? Yes, you can. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, things are happening. People are being shot, and the Boomelope is no more. Super. Okay, everybody go away now. Ray, are you still drafted? No, you're fine. You're fine. You can manually order her to eat. I don't think she's ours yet, though. No, she's not. We can't manually order her to do anything because she's still a prisoner. So I really need somebody else to actually feed her. There we go. Prioritize feeding. Thank you. Excellent. Good. Problem solved there. Problem solved there. All right. Good. Well, with all of that being said, and my desperate need to use the bathroom coming up in the reasonably near future, and by that I mean right now, I am going to call a stream there. I'm gonna call it right there, guys. I don't think there's much more we're going to get done until this flu nonsense has been dealt with. But I hope you guys had a good time today. I did. Another WASD adventure where I rant about random topics and ostensibly play RimWorld, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. But guys, thank you so much for coming by. I really, really respect the time that you give me, really. The time out of your life that you give me to try and entertain you as best I can. I genuinely appreciate it, and I mean that every single damn time that I say it. So thank you guys again so much for that. Oh, I'm going to, Bristly. You don't worry about that. I've been waiting for that for about 20 minutes. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. As always, that Friday stream definitely seems to be locked in, and I will be looking forward to it on Monday as usual. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye, and goodbye.